Good evening and welcome to the news at 10. Her Majesty Queen Rania has opened the second annual Amman Design Week during the Hangar exhibition at Ras Al Ain in downtown Amman. The event, which runs under the theme Design Moves Life, Moves Design, showcases the works of more than 100 regional and international designers hailing from the United Arab Emirates and Palestine to India and Germany, France and the United States, among other countries. The event opens its doors to the public tomorrow until October 14th and will present a comprehensive program of exhibitions, workshops, talks, tours and events. Iraqi forces have captured the town of Huwaija and the surrounding area from Daesh. Some fighting took place to the north and east of the town, where the terrorists were surrounded. With the capture of Huwaija, Daesh's last stronghold in northern Iraq, the only area that remains under their control is a stretch alongside the western border with Syria. In Syria, 2 Russian submarines fired 10-caliber cruise missiles from the Mediterranean Sea at terrorist targets in Syria's Deir al-Zur province in an effort to support a Syrian army offensive. Russia, a US-led coalition, are carrying out separate airstrikes ostensibly aimed at defeating militant groups. In Moscow, Saudi Arabia and Russia cemented a new relationship with King Salman, making a historic visit to the country and meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin at the Kremlin. Speaking to reporters, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said the two leaders had agreed on the importance of fighting terrorism, finding peaceful solutions to Middle East conflicts, and on the principle of territorial integrity. His Saudi counterpart Adel Jubeir said new horizons had opened for Russia-Saudi ties. The two countries also helped support world oil prices as they agreed to secure a deal to cut output until the end of March 2018. The Saudi delegation also signed joint investment deals worth several $billion, signing a memorandum of understanding on the purchase from Russia of S-400 air defense systems. They also signed a deal to set up a $1 billion joint investment fund. In Spain, the country's constitutional court has suspended a session of the Catalan parliament scheduled for next Monday, in which local leaders were expected to declare Catalonia's unilateral independence from Spain. There was no immediate reaction from Catalan leaders, who held an independence referendum on Sunday that was banned by Madrid and marked by violent scenes at electoral stations where Spanish police sought to hinder voting. And while Spanish shares and bonds strengthened after the news of the Constitutional Court's decision, Spain's economy minister said investment projects in the northeastern region of Catalonia have been paralyzed by the current political uncertainty. Back here at home, the Ministry of Water and Irrigation announced theft of state-owned groundwater in the area of HALABAT 2 days after revealing the biggest theft of electricity from high-voltage power lines in the kingdom. It added that the ministry was launching an investigation in coordination with various security services. The theft targeted an over 1,000-acre farm containing 12 water wells, 50 greenhouses and 3 ponds with hundreds of thousands of cubic meters of potable water. Kazuo Ishiguro, the British author of Remains of the Day, has won the Nobel Prize for Literature. Born in Japan and raised in Britain, the 62-year-old Ishiguro won the Man Booker Prize for the 1989 novel that was made into an Oscar-nominated movie starring Anthony Hopkins as a fastidious and repressed butler in post-war Britain. The Swedish Academy said if you mixed Jane Austen and Franz Kafka, you would get Ishiguro in a nutshell. The Academy hailed Ishiguro's ability to reveal the abyss beneath our illusory scenes of connection with the world in novels of great emotional force that touch on memory, time and self-delusion. In sports, extreme sports rider Travis Pastrana performed a backflip motorcycle jump over a 23-meter gap between two barges floating on London's River Thames, 11 years after the last rider who tried the stunt suffered serious injury. Pastrana is known for competing in the X Games Extreme Motocross competition and in the US NASCAR Motor Racing Series. Red Bull drivers Max Verstappen and Daniel Ricciardo took time out of their preparations for the Japanese Grand Prix to try out the 300-year-old martial art of Kendo. The pair took part in a session in a Tokyo district before the serious business of this weekend's race at Sukusa Rally begins. Both drivers enjoyed the verbal and physical aspect of Kendo. And we have reached the weather outlook. It will be slightly chilly tonight in Amman with a low of 15 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, autumn-like conditions continue with a high of 26 degrees. The Gulf of Aqaba should expect a hot day tomorrow with a high of 34 degrees. Winds will be northwesterly moderate to brisk and seas slightly choppy. And with that, we come to the end of tonight's news. And Balkar, have a lovely weekend.